I called the police because my parents were trying to morally blackmail me. My sister-in-law and I were pregnant at the same time. She asked me to abort my baby and transfer the house I bought with full payment to her husband, otherwise she would abort her baby. My mother knelt down and begged me. My father threatened me with a knife. My brother said, "If you don't agree, I'll pretend I don't have you as a sister." Breaking off the relationship? That would be just fine with me. This sister-in-law of mine is a real brother's keeper. There will be a time when they'll turn on each other. I'm pregnant. It's my ex-boyfriend's baby. My sister-in-law is pregnant with my brother's child. My mother was overjoyed and waited on her hand and foot, treating her like a precious ancestor. The dining table was full of dishes she liked. My mother picked the food one by one and put it in her bowl, as if she didn't have hands herself. "Sister, don't worry. Your nephew will surely be filial to you in the future." I just smiled. Even one's own child might turn out to be unfilial. How can a nephew, who is separated by several layers of family relations, be reliable? Especially when it's the child of her and my brother. One is a parasite on the parents, and the other is a brother's keeper. I reached out and touched my own belly. Originally, I didn't plan to keep this baby, but now, I've decided to keep it. "Dad, Mom, I'm pregnant too." The air froze instantly. My father slammed the wine glass in his hand onto the table. My mother's hand trembled. They looked at me with gloomy eyes. My brother jumped to his feet. What did you say? What are you pregnant with?" "Pregnant. Abort it." My sister-in-law was the first to shout. She pointed at me. "You're not even married. Getting pregnant before marriage? You should be drowned in a pig cage. The Qing dynasty has been gone for many years. Drowned in a pig cage?" She must have watched too many TV dramas and her brain is wrapped up like a foot-binding cloth. "I don't care. Anyway, you can't have this baby." After saying that, she looked at my parents. "If she has this baby, I'll go and have an abortion. Anyway, only one of her baby and mine can be born." I sneered. "I'm going to have this baby no matter what. As for you, do whatever you like. Have the baby or not, I don't care." Her threat of aborting the baby couldn't intimidate me. As for my parents, I thought they could be fair. But obviously, I didn't know them well enough. Or rather, I never really knew my parents. "Lauren, you go and abort the baby tomorrow," my father said. "Dad." My father stood up, his voice cold and gloomy. "You must abort it." "Impossible. Everyone has a rebellious streak. So do I. Why can Lily have her baby while I can't? I don't need them to raise the baby, nor do I need them to take care of it." My mother hugged my leg and knelt down. "Lauren, please, Mom is begging you. You go and abort the baby tomorrow." "Mom." I tried to pull her up, but couldn't. She hugged my leg tightly, almost knocking me over. Fortunately, I was quick enough to grab the chair and didn't fall to the ground. "Mom." I had an illusion that just now she wanted to knock me down, or rather, make me lose the baby in my womb. "Lauren, please, Mom is begging you. If you have this baby, Mom can't take care of it for you. How will you go to work? How will you earn money? How will our whole family live?" "Oh right. She and my father are in Haishur. One is a security guard, and the other is a cleaner. They live on the living expenses I give them every month, live in the house I bought, and I'm the sucker who supports their son and daughter-in-law. If I get married and have a baby, I'll focus on my own small family." No wonder they never urged me to find a partner and get married even though I'm almost 30. When I was dating a boyfriend, they were so picky and made me break up. The more I thought about it, the colder my heart felt, and the more terrifying it seemed. Suddenly, my father went into the kitchen and came out with a kitchen knife. "You can't have this baby. If you dare to have it, I'll. Dad, if I insist on having it, are you going to chop me up?" Lauren, have been to Haishur to go to university since I was young. I've been working hard since graduation. I've seen all kinds of people and faced all kinds of situations. He's just trying to scare me. My mother rushed over and shouted at him, "Put the knife down, put the knife down." Lily suddenly stood up. If you want to have this baby, transfer this house to Bryson. Yes, transfer the house to me. I was completely shattered. I always thought my parents treated me well. At least they didn't stop me from studying. When I was a kid, they didn't beat me up, starve me, or leave me without clothes. Bryson was a bit lazy, but he was okay to me. Lily was a brother's keeper, but she used her own money, which had nothing to do with me. What if I don't? Then I'll pretend I don't have you as a sister. I was so angry that I laughed. You want to break off the relationship? Fine, let's break it off. Whoever doesn't is a coward. I forcefully knocked over the bowls and plates on the table. This house was bought by me with full payment. It has nothing to do with you. You move out of here, right now. Bryson and Lily were scared and backed away. My parents were stunned for a moment. My father pointed at me with the knife. How could I have raised such a thing like you? Then he cut his own arm. Dad. He cut himself once and looked at me. Lauren, transfer the house to Bryson and abort the baby. Then I'll still consider you my dear daughter. My heart became extremely cold and hard at this moment. Even if he cut himself 10 times and chopped off his arm, I wouldn't give in. Never. He cut his own arm again. Lauren. My mother knelt in front of me again. Lauren, please, Mom is begging you. Abort the baby and transfer the house to Bryson. You can earn money. You can buy another house, okay? Bryson can't earn money. He almost died when he was a kid to save you. You're the sister. You should take care of him, Lauren. Mom is begging you. Please agree. If you don't, something terrible will happen to your father. My head was buzzing. You're crazy, you're crazy. I pushed her away, grabbed my phone and ran towards the door. I was afraid that if I stayed any longer, they would conspire to kill me. Don't let her run away. Lily screamed. Just as I opened the door and had one foot out of the room, Bryson reached out and grabbed my collar, dragging me back into the room. At this moment, blood rushed to my head. I turned around and kicked him in the crotch that he let out a pig-like scream. I took the chance to grab the car keys and escaped from the house that I ran down the stairs. Catch her, catch her. Lily's voice was shrill. I was once again glad that the old and shabby house I bought didn't have an elevator. My mother and father were chasing after me closely. Lauren, don't run. Come home. Let's talk things over nicely. No. I won't believe her. I won't go back to live with them either. I'm even certain that if I go back, I'll never be able to get out again. I pressed the car lock button, got into the car and immediately locked the doors. My father had already caught up and was constantly pounding on the car window. Blood smeared on the window. My mother screamed. She's killing someone. Lauren is killing someone. I held my phone. I had already dialed 110 and was just waiting to press the call button. Listening to my mother's voice, I was shivering with cold. She wanted to ruin me. For money in the house, she didn't have the slightest bit of softness in her heart towards me. The affection of these years was like a joke. Bryson and Lily were also shouting. Lauren is killing someone. Lauren is killing someone. Without hesitation, I pressed the call button on my phone and connected to 110. Hello, I want to call the police. My personal safety is being threatened. I then called my ex-boyfriend Abraham. After 2 beeps, the call was connected. Hello. There was a moment of silence on the other side. Lauren? It was a woman. It's me. I'm looking for Abraham. He's taking a shower. Lauren, a qualified ex-girlfriend should be like dead, staying in the grave. Don't call again. I'm Abraham's girlfriend now. Before she could say anything more unpleasant on the other side, I quickly hung up the phone. Taking a deep breath, I called a lawyer friend and briefly told him what had happened. Basically, that's what happened. You need to bail me out at the police station and then help me find 2 bodyguards. Ask my next-door neighbor for the surveillance footage from his house to see if it has recorded any activity at my place. The police officers from the local police station arrived very quickly. My parents had already colluded and firmly claimed that I had slashed my father with a knife. Inside the police station, they were filled with righteous indignation. crying and looking grief-stricken. They accused me of being heartless and selfish, just because my sister-in-law and I were both pregnant at the same time. They said that I was afraid that my sister-in-law would give birth to a son first, so I forced her to have an abortion. When my family disagreed, I took a knife and attacked people. Ms. Lauren, what do you have to say? The police officer asked. It's all nonsense, turning black into white. After extreme anger, I had already calmed down. Officer, since they said that I forced Lily to have an abortion, then you can interrogate them separately, several times. Ask them what I said at that time, where I was standing, and which kitchen knife I was holding. As for the fingerprints on the kitchen knife, it's my house. It's perfectly normal for my fingerprints to be on things in my own house. I firmly believe that the truth will not be buried. My lawyer friend paid a large sum of bail money, and I had a tracking device attached to my ankle. Then I was bailed out of the police station. A man and a woman got out of a car. These are the bodyguards I found for you. When I showed up at my doorstep again, my parents were clearly terrified. How did you get out? Still not giving up, they threatened me. Lauren, if you agree to transfer the house to Bryson, we won't accuse you of intentional assault. I ignored them and took out my phone to call a housekeeping company. I want 10 housekeeping staff to come and provide on-site service immediately. Name your price. I looked at my parents and said, don't just stand there. Hurry up and pack your things and get out. They were ruthless, but I could be even tougher. They wanted me dead, and I wasn't going to let them have an easy time either. I'm definitely having this baby. They can forget about getting their hands on the house. Before my parents could even react, Bryson actually hopped over to hit me. Lauren, you murderer, how dare you chase us away? I'll beat you to death. Unfortunately, before he could reach me, he was grabbed by the bodyguard on the wrist. He held in pain. Ouch, it hurts, let go. I raised my hand and slapped him hard across the face. It's supposed to hurt. Even worse is yet to come. I used both hands to slap him on the face. I'm hitting you for being ungrateful, for not knowing good from bad, for being a bottomless pit. Did you save me back then? Bah! I was the one who pulled you out of the freezing river. You were afraid of being beaten and scolded by your parents, so you knelt down and begged me to take the blame. You have no shame. Your conscience has been eaten by the dogs. I moved quickly and hit hard. My parents didn't even have time to react. Bryson's face was already swollen like a pig's head. Lauren, you're crazy. How dare you hit Bryson? Lily screamed but didn't dare to rush over to fight me. She regarded the baby in her belly as extremely important. If she really lost it, how could she continue to ask for whatever she wanted in the future? My mother screamed, "Stop hitting, stop hitting." My father was about to rush over to hit me but was caught by the bodyguard. Bryson whined and begged, "Stop hitting, stop hitting. I was being polite to you, and you took it as your due. You all ganged up to wrong me, huh? You really think you can get away with it?" I also regretted being too nice to them over the years, which made them think that I had no temper and was easy to manipulate. My mother kept begging, "Lauren, you're so cruel. How could you be so heartless? We're your parents." Now they remember they're my parents? When they wrongly accused me of slashing someone with a knife, why didn't they think about that? Their preference for sons over daughters was so deeply hidden that they really deceived me badly. Instead of crying here, you should go and pack your things. The people who will take away the stuff will be here soon. I went into my own room to pack up my valuables. Lily stood at the door. "That pearl necklace of yours was bought by me." I threw the pearl necklace at her face. "Do you want to settle scores?" I said coldly. I walked into Lily's and Bryson's room and took out a box from the drawer. "This gold necklace was bought by me. This gold bracelet, gold earrings, and this watch were all bought by me." No, these are mine, they're mine. Give them back to me." Lily was about to come and snatch them. I threw the necklace out of the window. I found her use things disgusting. "Ah, my gold necklace. Bryson, that bitch Lauren threw my gold necklace away. Go and find it quickly." Lily was crying and shouting like crazy. Just by bad luck, someone happened to be walking downstairs. They picked up the gold necklace and ran away. Mine, it's my gold necklace. Stop, stop, don't run. When I was about to throw the gold bracelet, Lily suddenly knelt down with a plop. Sister, sister, I was wrong. Please, give it back to me. How much is a gold necklace worth? This gold bracelet is worth more than 20,000 yuan. If it really gets picked up by someone, she'll probably spit blood. Would I feel sorry for her? If it were earlier, I might have. But now, after going through what happened at the police station and seeing their true faces, I won't. I threw the gold bracelet, gold earrings, and watch out of the window. Lily was so angry and anxious that she rolled her eyes and fainted. My parents called the police, dialed 120, and pointed at me, scolding me. Then they pinched Lily's philtrum. They cursed me for being heartless, a white-eyed wolf. They cursed that I would die a horrible death. They said they would fight me to the end. I'm ready to take you on any time. My parents went downstairs to look for the gold jewelry. Bryson was holding Lily, who had regained consciousness after having her philtrum pinched, glaring at me with hatred in his eyes. He still didn't forget to throw out harsh words. Lauren, I won't let you off. I'm ready to take you on any time. 3. I waited until the housekeeping staff from the company arrived. I asked them to throw away all the things in the house, all of them? Yes, all of them. Leave nothing behind. 5. My parents found the gold bracelet and, crying and shouting, tried to stop them from throwing it away. We'll move, we'll move. Since they wanted to move, I gave the housekeeping staff some money and asked them to go back first. I was so tired that I had to find a place to have a good sleep. I was sleeping in a daze in a hotel when I received a call from my company assistant. Lauren, have you seen the news? What? The assistant sent me a link. It was a video of me hitting Bryson at the door. There was a big "hot" on it, and there were already hundreds of thousands of comments and tens of millions of views. Before I could even finish watching it, the assistant called again. Sister, your parents are on the news. They're specifically naming you, saying that you tried to kill your father, abused your parents, and have mental illness and a violent temper. 11. I clicked on the link. My mother was sitting beside a pile of clothes and furniture, crying with her eyes swollen, pounding her chest and stamping her feet, sparing no effort to smear me. We worked so hard to raise her. Now that she's successful, she looks down on us. She either hits or scolds us. She doesn't allow us to say a single word against her. She made her brother kneel down and slapped him across the face. Her sister-in-law finally got pregnant, but she didn't allow her to have the baby, saying that the baby would bring bad luck to her. We're having such a hard time. They didn't mention at all that I was also pregnant. Suddenly, I laughed. Out of anger. They were distorting the truth. They have no heart. Their hearts have been eaten by the dogs. Lauren, what should we do? Cece asked anxiously. Right and wrong, justice lies in the hearts of the people. And I'm not completely without evidence. 17. I gave them 10,000 yuan in living expenses every month, and they didn't pay a single cent for all the household expenses. I also gave them 2,000 yuan in pocket money every month, plus red envelopes during festivals and big red envelopes on birthdays. All of these were transferred via WeChat. Lauren, these are minor things. You'll be eligible for company shares the year after next. I'm worried that manager's son will use this incident. Point 20. Cece's words made me understand immediately. These two videos were not an accident. They were bribed by someone. The person who filmed the videos had been keeping an eye on me, or rather, the people behind this person had been watching me, trying to catch me off guard. Cece, can you help me check if any of the company bosses went to the company today? Yes. I had to be prepared to be fired. I immediately got up, packed up, and went to the company. I had 2 plans that I needed to take with me. Even if I couldn't take them away, I had to destroy them. When I arrived at the company, Cece immediately came up. Lauren, the popularity has gone up again. What should we do? I see. You go and do your work. After entering my office, I found those important documents and deleted them directly. Then I also cleaned up my computer. Manager's son called me on the internal line and asked me to go to the top floor. I had been working in the company since graduate school. In 6 years, I had created a lot of profits for the company. When I signed the contract initially, it was said that as long as I worked for 8 years, I would be given 2% of the company's shares. Manager's son got straight to the point. First, he praised my contributions to the company and complimented me on my abilities. But, your family life has seriously affected the company's reputation and image. The company is about to go public and can't afford any slightest setbacks. Lauren. 31. Manager's son, are you going to fire me? I asked. Here's 2 million yuan. Please resign on your own accord. 32. I know that it's hard to offer timely help when someone is in trouble. But it's common in human nature to hit someone when they're down. But it's still disheartening. He once said that I was a talented person and would surely have a bright future. I regarded him as a discerning mentor. But he treated me as a mere pawn. Manager's son, let's follow the new regulations of the labor law regarding the compensation standard for dismissing employees. I don't want a penny more. 35. Also, I'm not resigning on my own accord. I'm being dismissed. Manager's son, I wish the company an early listing and that you make a fortune. 36. I turned around and walked out of the office. My stomach was aching faintly. Lauren. Cece held me up. Abraham's on the phone. Abraham. Just thinking of this person made me angry. My stomach hurt even more. I took the phone. Cece, get me a glass of water. Okay. I answered the phone in the office. Hello. Lauren, I'm on my way to the company. Don't be afraid. Abraham, in what capacity are you coming? Won't your girlfriend make a fuss? Lauren, first of all, I'm single now. Single. I'm coming as your ex-boyfriend. It's up to you whether you want to see me or not. I'll be downstairs at your company in 10 minutes. I hung up the phone on him directly. Men. Huh. I called a friend and asked her to find a public relations team for me. I still have to make a living in Haishur. I can't take the blame for this. They want to drive me to death, but I'm not a pushover who can be bullied at will. Abraham arrived downstairs in just 8 minutes. After I went downstairs, I asked him to take me to a nearby porridge shop. I haven't eaten anything for 2 days. He glared at me fiercely, scooped up the porridge and picked some side dishes. After having the steaming hot porridge, I finally felt alive again. What on earth happened? Abraham asked. I'm pregnant. They wanted me to have an abortion. I refused, and then they asked me to transfer the house to Bryson. Lauren? Abraham shouted and slapped the table hard. Fortunately, it wasn't the peak dining hour. It was so embarrassing. I can do it too. I can also take this opportunity to gain more followers and put my career on the agenda. While my follower count was increasing rapidly, I started a live broadcast to directly face the questions and doubts of netizens. No rumors, no evasion. Be honest and straightforward. Anchor, are you really their biological daughter? I clicked on this message. After thinking for a moment, good question. I've decided to do a paternity test with them. If there's a blood relationship, I'll give them the amount of pension the court decides. If there's no blood relationship, even if everyone points fingers at me, I won't care about their lives. I'm not a saint. I can't return good for evil. They not only wanted to wrong and frame me, but also to harm me. What would happen if a healthy person like me was sent to a mental hospital? Anyone with a brain can figure it out. My mother called. I immediately started recording. Lauren, it's Mom's fault. Mom was wrong. Mom shouldn't have been greedy. Mom really didn't think that much. Mom just wanted you to admit your mistake, apologize, and give in to us. Please stop making trouble. Turn off the live broadcast. Mom is begging you. Mom will kneel down and beg you. I could tell she was desperate. The money from manager's son wasn't that easy to get. And you only got 1 million yuan, while I lost a job with an annual salary of 3 million yuan and 2% of the shares of a soon-to-be listed company. Your greed is being paid for by me. I mercilessly tore off the fig leaf. I'm going to step on them to get the fame and fortune I want. Just like they stepped on me to get that 1 million yuan and wanted to send me to a mental hospital to take over my property. Return good for evil? How then to return good for good? I've said that I'm not a saint. No, we didn't know. Mom really didn't know it would make you lose so many things. Mom was wrong. Mom really knows she was wrong now. Please forgive Mom, okay? She wasn't realizing her mistake. She was afraid because netizens had dug up her personal information. The address of the rented house was exposed. Some people sent wreaths, and some even poured feces on their door. I'm not sure if Abraham had a hand in it. But I guess he probably did. You took all the blame on your own? Are your husband and son innocent? No, they are also executioners. Even the chief culprits. I want to do a paternity test. Let's find a time. There was a moment of silence on the other end of the phone, followed by a shrill scream. No, I won't do the paternity test. And then the phone was hung up hurriedly. Even if I was stupid, I could figure it out now that I wasn't their daughter. I thought I wouldn't cry. But I ended up crying in Abraham's arms until I almost fainted. It scared him so much that he called 120. I posted this recording online. I recorded a video to look for my biological parents. I don't really care if I can find them or not. I just want the popularity. I registered a company, recruited people, selected products, and did live streaming sales. Some people questioned how much money could be made from live streaming sales. 1 or 2 million yuan could be earned from one live streaming session. And if it's broadcast on 2 platforms alternately, it could double to 3 or 4 million yuan. Is it a lot? Bryson showed up at the entrance of my company with his parents. He really went all out this time. He knelt down with a thud. Sister, please forgive me. I know I was wrong. I didn't mean it. I was used by others. Sister, you've always been the nicest to me since I was a kid. You'll forgive me, right? I was 6 months pregnant with a big belly, so it wasn't easy for me to take action. Abraham went up and gave him a good beating, even pulling out a handful of his hair. He asked someone to collect it and take it for identification. As long as there is no blood relationship between me and him, it can prove that I'm not the daughter of the Liu family. After all, he is just like his father. You can tell at a glance without even needing a paternity test. Stop hitting! Bryson screamed. First, he begged for mercy, and then he threatened, I'll sue you. I'll sue you for intentional assault. He can't keep up the pretense for long. Can he really have a conscience? Without the filter of family, their little tricks are laid bare in front of me. Shameful and hateful. I sneered. Didn't you say we were family? You want me to forgive you for whatever you've done wrong. Your brother-in-law just gave you a beating. You should forgive him too. You're already an adult. How can you still be so immature? His mother felt sorry for her son and rushed up to tear at Abraham. She was held back by several cleaning ants in my company. One of them was quick enough to pull out a tuft of her hair. Now we have everything needed for the paternity test. I decided to give this ant a raise. I'll sue you. I want you to pay compensation. Compensation? Sure. Show me the injury assessment report and sue me in court. I have money, but I won't give it to them. As soon as I finished the live stream, Grandma immediately came up. Granddaughter-in-law, come and eat. It's all your favorite dishes. Thank you, Grandma. Eat a little less. You'll have another meal later. You can't stretch your stomach too much. It'll be hard to lose weight later. We women should always look beautiful and elegant no matter when. Just listen to Grandma. I smiled and agreed. Especially when I'm pregnant with twins and my belly is unusually big, they still support me in starting my business. It's really a big surprise for me. Even more pleasantly surprising was the call from Cece. Sister, I've snatched another order from Manager Sunday. The kind that can fulfill next year's KPI. We're going to make a fortune. Cece could snatch this order. Abraham's family must have put in a lot of effort. Good job. Let's all make a lot of money. When I was dismissed and planned to start my business, Cece resigned and came to join me, along with some colleagues from the previous team. I haven't treated them badly either. I gave each of them 2% of the company's shares. The more we earn, the more they'll get. Everyone is working really hard. As for Manager Sun's company, there has been no news about its listing so far. Moreover, we've snatched several big orders from them. Abraham also cut them off from behind. Their company is already on the decline. I was eating fruits and scrolling through videos. Question mark. A video of Bryson and Lily fighting? If it weren't for the fact that their faces were extremely clear under the high-definition camera, I would have thought I was seeing things. Bryson kicked Lily in the stomach. Lily screamed in pain. Even through the screen, I could feel the pain in my stomach. While hitting her, Bryson was asking her where she had taken the money. Where else could it be? Naturally, she gave it to her parents back in her hometown. Lily really lives up to the title of brother's keeper. In the latter part of the video, Bryson's mother also joined the fight. The mother and son were hitting Lily together. They were asking Lily to return the money. Help, help. Lily could only shout for help as she was being beaten. Even when she was being beaten to death, she wouldn't say where the money had gone. There was a lot of blood flowing from under her. I took a look at the comment section. Some people recognized them and there was a chorus of curses. Some people showed sympathy, and some said it served them right. Abraham came in with a file bag and handed it to me. Have you seen it? I asked him. No, you look at it first. He held my hand. Lauren, whether you are related by blood or not doesn't matter to me. I will only love you in my life and will never let you down. Your family background and past don't matter. I just want you. I looked at him and smiled. He was already in the middle stage of being love-struck. He wasn't far from the final stage. I know. I won't get excited. I'm still pregnant. I know what's more important. I opened the file bag. Looking at the paternity test report inside. There is no blood relationship between me and Bryson. There is also no blood relationship between me and his mother. The final result of the test between Bryson and his mother shows that she is his biological mother. I wanted to laugh, but also wanted to cry. They had deceived me so badly all these years. I posted the test results online. Combined with the video of Bryson and his mother hitting Lily and Lily's miscarriage, it became a trending topic on Weibo. All kinds of vicious words were thrown at them. Let them not be able to stay in Haishur and have to go back in disgrace. Will it be a pure land when they go back? Lily's family back in her hometown isn't easy to deal with. Without a large sum of money, this matter probably won't be over. They could hit Lily for money, and they could even cause a death for money. They already have caused a death. It's just pitiful for the baby in Lily's belly. From the very beginning, it was used as a tool, as a bargaining chip. Did they really love that baby? Did they ever look forward to its birth? Probably not. Most importantly, Bryson's mother even boasted arrogantly, "It's a girl. It doesn't matter if she's gone. We didn't do it on purpose. She's a thief. She stole the family's money. Who else should we hit if not her? Wasn't she doing it on purpose? What she did should probably be considered premeditated murder. But it has nothing to do with me. It doesn't matter if they tear each other apart. When I was 8 months pregnant, I ran into Manager Sun at a banquet. He looked a bit haggard but was extremely polite. Businessmen have neither eternal enemies nor eternal friends. He took advantage of me when I was alone and helpless and stepped on me without mercy. Now he's shamelessly trying to get close to me again. Manager Sun, nice to see you again. Please go easy on me. I laughed. Go easy on you? Don't my people need to earn a living? Besides, if I hadn't managed to turn things around, would he have gone easy on me? It would be good enough if he didn't swallow me alive. Manager Sun, you're joking. You're the senior. I'm still counting on you to give me a chance to make a living. Taking advantage and still acting coy, talking differently to different people. I've already mastered this skill. Abraham came over and put his arm around my shoulders. Thank you, Manager Sun, for taking care of my Lauren in the early days. Seeing manager's son so embarrassed that he probably wanted to dig a 3-bedroom and 2-living-room apartment with his toes and even fled in a hurry, I gave him a thumbs up in my heart. Lauren, I'll take you to meet 2 elders. Seeing Abraham's solemn look, I had some guesses and was a bit nervous. That was the first time I saw my biological parents and brothers. A very refined middle-aged man and an elegant and poised woman. 3 handsome men were looking at me with smiles. Lauren. She came up eagerly but gently hugged me. Mom and Dad have been looking for you for almost 30 years. I was a bit at a loss. Even when I saw them for the first time, I guessed they were my parents. Being hugged by her, she was trembling all over. Her tears fell on my neck. She was crying so sadly. My heart ached. Could there be a mistake? No, there can't be. There's no mistake. She pulled me to sit down and told me about the past. That time, your dad and I were taking you back to our hometown to see your grandparents. There was an accident on the train. You were crying very hard. There was also a woman with a child. She said she could help feed you. When I was taken away, she told me to relax and said she'd wait for me to come back. You were still a baby in swaddling clothes. Out of kindness, I exchanged our seats with theirs for a sleeper berth. Lauren, Mom and Dad didn't mean to lose you. She swapped you with her child. While your dad went to the dining car to eat and I had diarrhea, she changed your clothes and the hand rope. When I came back, they said they were getting off the train at the next stop. You were crying so sadly. It was Mom and Dad's fault. We were careless and didn't check on you, didn't protect you well. A heartbreaking story of a baby swap. I'm really glad that I inherited the shrewd minds of my family and, with my hard work, managed to get out of that small mountain valley. I insisted on doing a paternity test. Looking at the biological father and mother on the test report, I was silent for a long time alone. I don't really have much affection for my parents and brothers. Even when interacting with them, I feel a bit awkward. They are trying hard to make up for it by giving me money, houses, cars, and company orders. They give too much, and I'm a bit scared. I've refused. As soon as I refused, my mom would cry. She said she was sorry for me and that these worldly possessions were the only things she could use to make up for me. The estrangement of 30 years really can't be bridged overnight. When I was 9 months pregnant, I saw the daughter of the Liu family, the sister of Bryson. She looked weather-beaten and didn't seem like a 30-year-old at all. She seemed to have dressed up carefully. She looked at me for a while and then suddenly burst into laughter, with tears streaming down her face. They say that like begets like. It turns out to be true. 3. I knew that she had been raised outside since she was very young, taken care of by a nanny, and was all alone during festivals. She had no family, no home. When she was very young, her mother told her that she wasn't their biological child. The reason they didn't send her to the welfare home was that they wanted to accumulate good karma for their own children. To be precise, it was discovered that she had been wrongly adopted right after she was brought home. Hong Kong is such a big place. They live in villas and eat delicacies, while I was 7. I interrupted her complaints. I didn't have the time or the inclination to listen to her whining. What does this have to do with me? It was your parents who did the wrong. Everything I have today is the result of my own hard work. It has nothing to do with them. You're right. Like begets like. You actually had the chance to change your fate, but you gave it up yourself. Who can you blame? She had a nanny and didn't have to worry about food and clothing. She was raised until she was 18. If she didn't work hard herself, who could she blame? She chose to enter society at an early age. Whom could she blame for that? Her starting point was better than many people's. She messed up a good hand of cards herself. Who could she blame? Please leave. I won't be entertaining you anymore. I'm not her parents. I've already been quite polite by listening to her complaints here. I'm planning to go back. It has nothing to do with me. She can go wherever she likes. It's none of my business. I'm busy unloading goods, making money, and spending time with my family. She looked as if she wanted to say something but held back. Then she got up and left. I heard that she stood at the entrance of the company for a very long time. Still, it has nothing to do with me. I went to the hospital early to wait for the delivery. The doctor said that the baby was in the right position and I could give birth naturally. I chose to have a cesarean section. With 2 babies, it was still quite risky to give birth naturally. They couldn't persuade me, nor could they control me. Congratulations, Mom. It's a boy and a girl, twins. I turned my head to look at the 2 wrinkled babies, and my heart softened for no reason. Out of the operating room, Abraham held my hand tightly. Lauren, you've worked so hard. I smiled. Whether giving birth to my own children was hard or not, I didn't care. I knew that he cared about me, and I accepted it with a smile. Perhaps it was because I had children that I understood the hardships of being a parent. I also gradually learned to accept what my parents gave me and learned to be understanding and keep them company. The daughter who was swapped away came back. At first, she was like a sweet fragrance, but gradually it was discovered that she was a bloodsucker, just as lazy as Bryson. Even lazier than Bryson and more rascal-like. She would smash things at the slightest provocation and fight with Bryson. I heard that there were brawls every day in the Liu family. There was a small fight every day and a big one every 3 days. Either teeth were knocked out or noses were broken. They called the police every day, to the extent that the police station was reluctant to respond. Bryson fought with his sister every day, but when dealing with outsiders, they were surprisingly united. They decided to go to Lily's family to get back the money that Lily had stolen. Lily's family back in her hometown was really not an easy target. Every time they went there, there was a fight. At first, they held back their strength. But after having many fights and getting more skilled with their hands, it was easy for them to lose control of their strength. The news came that Bryson was beaten to death and his sister had her leg broken. Both of my children had already started to babble. I watched them, under the protection of their great-grandparents, showing their 2 little teeth while making awu-awu sounds, and let out a soft sigh. If. I think, there is no if. They were selfish. Once their interests were touched, their weak humanity disappeared instantly. Their endings had been doomed long ago. When I received the call, the woman whom I had called Mom for almost 30 years was crying her eyes out on the other end. Lauren, Mom. 34, you're not my mom. Your daughter has already gone back. On that night, you forced me, morally blackmailed me, chased after me, wanted to drag me back, wronged me, and later used all kinds of dirty tricks. Our relationship ended then. I hung up the phone. Looking at the phone in my hand, I chose to turn it off. If I hadn't run fast that night, if I hadn't been clear-headed, if I hadn't had a few friends, perhaps at this moment, I would have lost my children, been locked in a mental hospital, with no way to escape or ask for help. Or I might have been beaten to death by them in that house. I knew too well the dark side of human nature, so I hadn't accepted Abraham's proposal. Call me cold-hearted or selfish. I just clearly know, no one is as dear as oneself. No one is as good as oneself. It's better to have something by oneself than relying on others. If you do it yourself, you can have everything. That's all.